guys, it's Shapeshifting Tree here, back on Mount Fabul. So we head down the other side of it. Last episode we beat, who was it, the Mom Bomb, which exploded, or rather we beat the bomb that it exploded into, and so amazingly, everybody survived. That's, in the DS version, that's never happened before. Usually, the only person who survives is Yang and maybe Edward if I could get him to hide. Now, this area is not that tough because most of the enemies will be pretty much knocked out from a kick from Yang. His kick will pretty much floor entire groups of enemies in this area, so there's no reason you're not going to struggle too much with heading back down here. Now, the book clearly says that you should, before heading to Fabul, do some grinding. Now, I won't be doing this, but if you are playing it as a, if you are playing this as a serious Let's Play, if you're not doing a Let's Play like I am, it's advised that you might want to do a little grinding. Just make sure. I don't think that should be done on a post-game run though, because realistically some of the arguments you're gonna get, and I'll explain this further, will pretty much mean that you're probably gonna be very over-leveled anyway. But if on a pre-game run, you should be more like this. You should not, well, do that. Now, in general, the enemies around here won't be too strong. But it's not what happens here that is really big. This mountain trek down is not very hard. It ain't. It's very easy, actually. It's probably one of the easiest parts of this game, is actually the mountain trek. It's one of the easiest parts of the game, and tracking down here is not very hard. You're not going to really struggle. You probably don't need to get anybody to do anything except maybe... So Yang pretty much is doing it himself. Just the other people are just supporting him in case he can't one-shot anything. We're out of the mountain. Now we have to head west. And, up and around. So it's a decent distance to Fabul from the Mount Hobbs. It does make you wonder, why are all these monsters just a thing in this world or what? Because, Jesus. I mean, if you can... The bombs actually don't have a lot of health. Yang hits incredibly hard physically. Now, we want to get to Fabul as quickly as possible because otherwise, because otherwise this video is going to take forever. I'm going to record a few episodes today because I'm not... Now, it's important you get used to having Edward in the combat because you will have him in combat for the next thing that happens. I hope we get to Fabul soon. I am not exactly sure the distance between here and Fabul. It's been a while since I played this game, and Rose's health's actually getting quite low. I haven't been healing because I've been trying to get through this quickly, but... Now, on a single target, kick does the same as attack, it just takes that all long. Kick is much more important on using on large groups of enemies. Now I will heal everyone up here. Rosa, Cure, everybody to full. Now don't worry, this is... Now here is Fabul. There's a few items in this area, but not too much to really worry about. My bigger concern is making sure you get what you wish or need from this location. Now, what's more concerning is you want to grab a few things before. How much money do I have? That's actually important. I need to roughly know how much cash I have. I don't want to be strapped for funds here. Now we're in for Bill Castle. And before we do anything, we need to find a few things. Well, personally, I'm not too concerned with finding all the items in this area. Hello? He will basically do their recordings. Anything you've done. Anyway, we're gonna stay for the night. Want to heal up. Now, there's a few things you're gonna want to grab. Now, I'm going to go to the shop. Like, that's my next priority. Now, just for the record, this is the weapons and armor shop. Now, what's sold here is, first things first, you want to buy a demon helm. No, just one. One demon armor. This is just basically all upgrades for Cecil. And one of each. One lightning claws, one ice claws, and one flame claws. Generally, I might buy another one, because that may help in a certain fight later. Generally, you only have to buy one, but I decided to buy a couple. Now, this is essentially, equip things on Cecil. Iron Shield is not really useful. He loses evasion. This gives him 1 magic evasion. This gives him 2 defense. And this is gonna give him 1 defense. Now, advise that you make sure that everyone's fully healed before this next story point, as there's gonna be a few battles. So, I'll try to explain them as they come, but some might not last too long. So, I will try to explain them as best I can. Okay? Just checking on my... I'm making sure this video doesn't go too long for you guys, because these videos can go really, really long if I keep on going. I'm pretty sure none of you want to sit there for an hour while I do something. Now I get to actually save. Now Yang is going to be highest level party member at this point. So, what you want to do is, you gotta, to continue the story, now there's a few items here, tents and some items. Now I'm not gonna grab them, but you should. There's a Buctor's wine and tent in the left, in the east tower, and in the it's in the west tower. There's all a few items you can grab afterwards. Now, generally, I'm not going to grab any more, but there's a few other items. I think it's in, Zeus's Wrath, Antarctic Wind, Bomb Fragment, and Potion. You should grab those. I'm not, because I want to speed through this. Oh, Yang, so you've returned. Your Highness, I return with urgent news. Skullbase is coming for the Wind Crystal with all the might of Bound behind him. You saw this. The people before you came to warn us, and who might they be? Your Highness, there's no time for introductions. Your castle must be shortened quickly. Your armor would have you for one of Bound's own dark knights. Why should I trust you? Trustworthiness is proven, Your Highness. I've already lost my men and fought life when they came upon me. They could have stood and watched me die, but they aided me instead. Oh, your enemy will not wait as you do. You must believe us. It is an honor to see you again. It has been many a day. If it isn't Prince Edward, I hardly recognize you. How fares Damsian? It has fallen. The vine crystal is ours no more. And also my mother and father, even my beloved Anna. You will not let your own land suffer the same fate as ours. I only found it hard to believe you spoke the truth, but it seems you do. Yes, of course. We will. And that's important. They're gonna assist the healers. And that means... Oh, I probably should have removed everything from Rosa. I forgot to do that. You should remove everything from Rosa before this point. If you're playing along, I should remind you. Remove everything from Rosa before you enter. I forgot to do that. Now this is gonna be this one is pretty much like those fights you had against those other guys, except, you know, against the soldier. You're gonna fight them, these ones on the 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 7th. They're not too hard. Essentially all you have to do is kill them. Kill the captain basically the same way you did with the general and those guys earlier. Do that and you will win here. They're not too strong. As long as everyone keeps striking, you will kill them pretty quickly. They won't do you much damage. So I guess 20, he gets 33 health, I think that is 3 MP and 1 strength. Edward gains 21 HP, 3 MP, 1 speed and 1 intellect. Heaps of corpses. That's an achievement. Okay. Now, they're attacking the castle with their airships. Dying like dogs out here. Retreat to the keep. Yang sort of stays there and then retreats. Oh, no, it's just making sure that everything lost yet. They're breaking through. These enemies are gonna be these are gonna be for the 2nd and 5th. Now they're not too tough and can pretty much be ended with a kick. But you can use these as a good healing point if you need to. Between fights. Consider that as the main purpose of these, is just to heal between the fights. There's a Doomavoy, a Shagan, they're not really tough enemies. I don't understand why we can't hold them here. They're not that tough. Honestly, we could hold them here for a while, I think. Do you know what? If the mages were here with us, this would go like cream puff until, well, unless somebody really strong turns up. This basically goes the same as the first time you fight these guys. Kill the captain first. Punch him. Generally, that's going to pretty much be what you need to do here. I'm going to use a potion, actually. No, I'm not going to use a potion. Darkness. Salve. Potion. Everybody. And attack one of them. Because I think Yang can pretty much kill off most, if not all, of these guys. They're not too much of a struggle. Like I said, Yang hits very hard. And he will hit himself. Like so. He will be confused. Yang has gained 1 level. He gets 44 health, 1 MP, 1 strength, 1 stamina. That's pretty much his standard levels, really. He's very good at those. The further we retreat, we're not going to win this if we just keep retreating. You know that, right, Cecil? Anybody? Okay. The door, we must stop them here. Where's the crystal in the chamber above us? What are you doing? That's no monk. How did he kill all the monks there and have one hide and we didn't notice? Now this is actually probably one of the... you only find one of these. It's a gargoyle. It has... I mean, it's not that hard. You just all hit it and it will pretty much die in a singular round. 2 Fizz. 9. Well, this is basically the same as that other one. There's not really much more to explain here other than have everyone kill them. Really. Because these enemies are no threat. I mean, literally, they're no threat at all. No. Kill the Domovoy. The Leshy is confused, so we're just gonna wail on him. Now. He's gained 19 HP, 3 magic, 1 strength, 1 stamina, 1 spirit. He tripped. Edward. Now this is pretty much the same as the last one. Don't worry, these guys are no more of a threat than they were before. Now, this is not really hard. None of these guys are going to be a real threat to you, but just so you know, pretty much you don't really need to do a whole lot here. Now, I will salve another... I don't need to... I'm not going to heal here because there's not really any point. Just so you know, there's not really any point healing here because, let's just say... anyone who's playing this game knows what I mean. There's not really any point to healing because this is pretty much the last fight. Pretty much. Yeah. Kane. Now, you can't, just so you know, you can't win this fight. Don't try to, you don't use any items or anything like that. Just attack. Or defend or whatever. It won't matter in the slightest. Because seriously, he's just gonna whittle through your health like nothing else. What? I mean, you can strike at him. But he's not going to take a whole lot. Even with this, I mean, he's not gonna fall. Can't beat him. Don't worry, you won't game over from this.
Kane, even you now?
Let me ease your suffering.
You'll do nothing!
Rosa.
Kane, tell me you've not turned traitor.
Don't look at me. Why do you now hesitate?
Cool, Bess.
I mean, can't give this game credit for his entrance. This looks so evil. This looks so evil.
You are him, the usurper.
So, you are saying, allow me to give you something. A gift to remember our meeting.
Cecil!
Let me through! I didn't come to treat you well. Kane, enough of this foolishness. Bring
You know, as soon as somebody tries to barge right through him, Kane is a total wuss. Just pushes him out of the way. His guard is down, he's useless.
Don't do it, Kane.
Rosa, let it be.
you care for this one. Then let me take her along as well. To hold in trust until we have grace and chance to meet again. Come, Kane.
Don't push me, Golbez. Don't you forget that. I will come for you.
It would seem your life is spared for now.
Kane, wait!
You actually want to head through here. There's some stuff you want to get through here. Spider silk. That's not that important. That is the important, really important item you're going to get here. The ether's nice. I'm not going to lie, the ether's nice. But what you're here for is the demon shield. He needs a better shield. See, look at that difference. 2 more evasion, 1 more defense, and 1 more magic evasion. That's very good stuff for Cecil. Yes, you need to take a rest before you can continue here. I believe you have to go to the inn. We did all we could. I don't think there's anything... Judging by how strong Golbez appears to be, I don't think we'll be able to do anything. Thank you, sir. Is or was, my friend. Yeah. But thank you for the sword. You see, yes, you can lose some skill, but really, he doesn't use magic. But he gains 5 strength, 5 speed, stamina, and intellect. And he gets his attacks more accurate, and his attack goes up by 10. Massive improvement. Now, I think I'll end the episode out here, and then next step, which I will be recording very shortly, will be about, well, you know, what we're gonna do next. Probably record a few episodes today because it's high weekend, so I can record a few. Now I'm going to save out here. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And, well, next time, we're going to stop them. Beat the, people. But for now, well, anyway, see you next time. I'm being here tongue. See you next time. This is Shapeshifting Tree.